Hey friends, it's Eric and today we're poolside once again, checking out my new little friend. This is the Beatbot AquaSense. Let's check it out. First thing, I want to thank Beatbot for sending this out to me for a full honest review, but this is not sponsored in any other way. In today's video, I'm going to tell you 3 things that you're going to want to know about this awesome pool cleaner before you decide to buy it or not. Let's jump into the video. Alright, first thing you want to know is that this is a very expensive pool cleaner, but it's also a very premium pool cleaner. So is it worth it? Well, it is and it isn't. If you're looking for the best of the best, this is definitely one of the best pool cleaners out there on the market, but you're going to have to pay for it. It is extremely expensive. It's not the most expensive, but it's also not even close to the cheapest. But it does what they say it's going to do, and it's going to clean your pool amazingly well. Now it's going to start off, if you have it in auto mode, it's going to go clean the bottom of the floor for about 50% of the battery. In my testing, I've been using it for a couple of weeks now, and looking at the history cleaning cycle, it's about an hour or so, and then it's going to go into the wall and water line mode, and that's going to clean the wall and then go towards the top and clean the water line. It's going to drop back down, do a little swivel right there on the wall to move over, and it's going to go back up and clean the water line again and go right back down. And by the way, they mentioned that when it's doing the floor cleaning that it's going to map it and it does like this S pattern. Well, that doesn't always work depending on what type of pool you have. The bottom of my pool, half of it is completely flat, and then towards the deep end, it starts to bevel in. So because of that bevel, it doesn't do the S cleaning. If it just starts at the shallow end, it'll do the S mapping and everything, but once it gets towards the deeper end, it kind of goes on its own little path. But hey, it does a really good job at cleaning the pool. And then when it's on the wall, it does the N shape mapping, goes up, goes back down, makes a little turn to the right, goes back up, goes back down, and nice, great, organized cleaning mapping done by this Beatbot pool cleaner. Now in my pool, I noticed that it spent more time in the wall and water line mode, even though it was on auto. Most of the time is about 70 to 80 minutes, and then it just sat there on the side of the wall at the very top of the wall, which I think they say it's going to sit at the top of the wall for about 10 minutes or so, so you can just come by and grab it really easy. But if you don't make it in time, they also include the hook that you can put on your pole and pull it right out and clean the basket. And talking about the basket, I noticed there's no cover on the basket. It makes it a little bit easier to clean it, and nothing really falls out. There's the cover of the bot that covers the basket itself, but the basket itself doesn't have a built-in cover, but everything stays in there, so it works for this robot. Now, I wouldn't say the basket is extremely large, so if you have large debris, you definitely want to clean this basket more often because it's not that big. I think they say it's about 2 liters or so. And I gotta admit, the entire design of this robot is definitely very premium. It definitely has a great feel to it, has a great look to it. For that premium price, you definitely get a premium product here, and you can just tell that they take a lot of pride in their workmanship. It has the treads on the side so it can get over obstacles. It can even go up your steps. Now, it didn't spend a lot of time on the steps. It really didn't clean great on the steps, but at least it went up there and gave it an attempt. With those treads, it can get up steps. Also has 4 brushes, which is awesome. So there's 2 on the front and 2 on the back that can move independently. So yes, even though it looks like the 2 in the front are moving at the same time, one can speed up, one can actually go the other direction, which I thought was pretty cool. There's all these sensors that's built into here, and it's just going to do what it needs to do to really do a great job with all the brushes and the suction power. It does an amazing job at cleaning your pool. So is it worth it? I would say yes, with a big asterisk. That price is definitely very hefty. It definitely hurts a little bit, but I gotta tell you, this thing is definitely a premium pool cleaner, and that comes with a premium price. And some of these other features that I'm about to mention might make that price more well worth it. So let's go ahead and jump into number 2. One of the best reasons I love the Beatbot is because of that charging base. With other pool cleaners, you either have to keep it plugged in because it has a wire. This thing is totally wireless. You just throw it into the pool. It has a battery. It lasts about 2 to 3 hours depending on what mode you have it in, and then you throw it back on to the charging base. Absolutely love this charging cradle or base. Absolutely brilliant. Has 2 little metal pads on the back, and when you place it back into this charging cradle, it automatically charges up your pool cleaner. Absolutely wonderful. It's so easy and so convenient. I don't have to worry about waterproof plugs that you have to plug in and you have to take out every time that you want to charge it up. You just put it on the cradle and it's going to automatically charge up and be ready for the next cleaning. Now, I did buy a cover for this, so when it is out in the open and the sun is beaming down, at least it has that cover just to protect it just a little bit, keep it out of the sun. It's not going to keep it out of the heat, but at least it'll keep out of the direct sun. So I think having this charging cradle or base is absolutely a huge plus. Yes, the actual cradle itself is worth something, but the robot itself also has to have the ability, has to have those metal plates in the back to charge up, which most pool cleaners do not have that. So you have to plug in the wire, or it's a wired pool cleaner. This is totally wireless. And like I said, this is definitely a huge plus in my book. If that's a huge plus to you, then you know it does come with that premium price. But to me, it is definitely worth it. Now, the third thing that you're going to want to know is that there is a app for this Beatbot AquaSense. However, it's very, very limited. Now, one thing to keep in mind, you will not be able to connect to your robot when it's in the water. It will only connect via Wi-Fi when it is out of the water and on your pool deck. But like I said, it is very, very limited. You can pretty much just select what mode you want. You can come up with a custom mode, which is you can't do on the robot itself, but you can definitely do in the app. So at least you have that. You can also update firmware if they put out new different firmware, which is a great thing to have, because I know there's some pool cleaners you can't update. I don't know how you're supposed to get new firmware if something comes out new. Here, at least you have the Wi-Fi. And then you have the cleaning record or the cleaning history. So you can see how often it's been cleaning the floor, how often it's been cleaning the water line and the walls, and definitely how often you've been cleaning your pool. Like you can see here in mine, it's every few days. But if you did want to keep that record, it's there for your keeping, so you can keep good records of what's going on. But other than that, this app is pretty limited. What I would like to see is when it came to the water line, when the battery is about to die and it's just sitting there for 10 minutes, maybe it would have Wi-Fi signal at that point. Maybe just the top of it would have a Wi-Fi signal. Not quite sure, you know, technically if this could work, but it would be really, really nice if they sent a notification to your phone to let you know that your pool cleaner is ready to be taken out, because after those 10 minutes, it's just going to sink right back down. Not a big deal, like I mentioned earlier. It comes with the hook so you can pull it out, but still, if you have that app, that's an easy thing they could probably do if the robot itself could get Wi-Fi at that water line. I just don't know if that's even feasible. Overall, this is a great pool cleaner. It is definitely very, very expensive, but like I said, this is a premium pool cleaner. Definitely worth it if you find value in some of the accessories like the cradle or the app or the dual, or actually there's 4 cleaning heads, 2 in the front and 2 in the back. It does a great job on the floor. It does a great job on the walls and the water line. Overall, definitely one of my favorite pool cleaners to date. Definitely give this a 2 thumbs up. Let me know if this is worth it to you guys down below, or if you have any questions, hit that like button. Definitely helps out this video. And let me know if you want me to compare this to other pool cleaners out there on the market down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you guys on next video. Thanks for watching.